Good afternoon, everybody. It's John from Veganism KILLS. It's 1:32 p.m. Saturday, April 17th, and I'm going to put up another video. And I don't care what you vegans think. I'm going to keep putting up videos because it's helping people from getting sick and dragged into the pit that you live in. Now, listen. Vegans claim this diet is healthy, but yet all you have to do is look. I became sick under the advice of veganism and constantly getting sick on a vegan diet. That's not coming from omnivores. That's coming from your own community. Look at this. Let's read this one. Our vegan diet made us ill. What happened? Holly Page thought her family food regime would boost her health and dash, but stick-thin legs and rotten teeth made her think again. Almost got these kids sick. Veganism. I'm pretty sure this woman must have did everything in her power to make sure her kids have the absolute nutrition that they need. She made a mistake and she admits it. Unlike anything vegans would do, because they don't have no morals. They say them being a medical student makes them an expert. Meanwhile, you can go to any hospital and say, I'm a medical student. Can I have a job? Grab a mop. Take patient 7-4 down to his therapy session. You can't even lay a finger on a patient, much less give nutritional advice. The great pretenders, vegans. Very sick. This is the vegan forum. Very sick, in need of advice about veganism. This is the vegan forum. Let's take a look. Hello all, I'm new here. I want to make this short as possible. I have pernicious anemia, finally diagnosed 7 months ago. Anti-parietal cell antibodies, and I'm very malnourished because I don't have enough stomach acid because of the antibodies to absorb my food. I've been ill since a toddler years, from countless pneumonia cases since a few weeks into my birth and bronchitis early until I was 14. I'm starting to doubt my vegan diet, and it makes me really sad. I have been vegetarian since I was 15. He's 24 years old now. What happened to the magical vegan cure-all? Eat some friggin' green leafy greens and it'll cure your cancer. And vegan for 3 years. All doctors tell me my diet is making me going to make me sick because I don't eat animal products. My ex-nutritionist told me vegans get sick around 5 years into the diet. Of course, he didn't like what she didn't like what the nutritionist said to her, so that's why he's the ex-nutritionist. Can someone spread some light on this diet? Maybe share how long you've been vegan and how you feel. This is what's going on in the vegan community. I didn't put the article up there. These are members of the vegan community talking to each other. And this is the best part. Here comes the vegan. Alicia, I'm not a doctor or nutritionist. Then why are you even talking to me? Are you sure you're eating enough? I'm shocked by what your nutritionist said. Yeah, he's shocked by what the nutritionist said because you believe something that's not true. It is not scientific consensus. Science is not done by consensus. It's done by lab application and data. All right? This is... You just might as well, scientific consensus, you might as well say epidemiology. Among the high reputable nutritionists who works, I am reading. So the highly reputable nutritionist that nobody ever heard of. Of course, possible to have poor diet as vegan. Gee, no kidding. One of the most frustrating things about Facebook vegan groups is the way they focus on new vegan junk foods at the expense of real food. Replacing crap with crap is not a positive health move. I wonder whether you might not need the advice of someone who's both qualified and sympathetic to the benefits of plant-based diets. How about we start with somebody that's qualified? And most of the people that are qualified to give nutritional advice, if you read her past statement, her nutritionist, which is now her ex-nutritionist, told her vegans get sick around 5 years into the diet. Even the doctor told them veganism's going to make you sick. But vegans who never stepped a day into STEM or the medical field know more than everybody else, including those doctors and nutritionists. Now, this is what's going on, and then they wonder why ex-vegans hate them so much. You paint these people into a dark place, and they can't get out. And it's either they get off the diet because there's no help, there's no support in the vegan diet, because it's all bullshit. The gastric complaint you suffer from sounds like an autoimmune condition. Well, if you would have read up on anything Dances with Cats, you would have learned that the highest oxalate diet a man can eat, or a person should eat, is a vegan diet. And oxalates turn off your autoimmune condition. All you have to do is pick it up and read a simple fucking study. That's a serious situation, so you should be trusting your doctors and relying upon their advice. And what the doctor tell her? A vegan diet is no good. So listen to your doctor, lady. Could you ask your GP practice whether they know a vegan sympathetic doctor? First of all, it's not a doctor shouldn't be sympathetic toward a diet. He should be scientific. All right? Let's get that over with in your area. It's a very extreme statement to say that you're avoiding animal and dairy foods is making you sick. Well, she didn't get sick until she removed all of those staples of human health out, and she got sick. Dances with Cats. Age 54, vegan. Tells you not to listen to the doctor's advice because he's against veganism. Go to a doctor that's sympathetic to veganism, which there are very few. And the doctors and nutritionists that tell you after 5 years you're going to get sick off of veganism. This is the clown school vegans are running. It does not sound like a thing a reputable doctor could say. First of all, any reputable doctor or nutritionist is telling you the truth. All right? Who are you, Dances with Cats? Unless you're a doctor yourself, which you state you're not, you cannot dispute what a doctor says. You're giving out bunkus fucking information. My nutritionist told me vegans get sick around 5 years into the diet. Can you read? Could it be that you need to look at the quality of your diet rather than the ethics? Is that what you're trying to tell? Is what they are trying to tell to you? No, they're not. They're telling you that the nutrition is telling you that your diet is shit poor in nutrients. It has too many friggin' toxic substances in it, and it's making you sick. That's what the doctor is telling them. These guys in their little head, the doctors are over there saying, eat meat because they revel in being evil. The doctors have no empathy toward their patients. That if they tell you not to be a vegan because it'll make you sick, that's what he's trying to pose. Vegans, you got a twisted ideology. You guys are sick. These are sick. This is on your own forum. Anybody go look this up. I'm going to put the link in here. This is the bullshit that they spread amongst each other. This is how you get an ex-vegan. This is how you get people pissed off at you because you're giving them friggin' advice you're not qualified to give. And it all turns out to be bullshit. You're telling them not to listen to the nutritionist based on what? What qualifications do you have that you could debunk a nutritionist? A certified, board-certified nutritionist or a doctor. Yes, I do not eat enough at all, but that's because I don't feel well enough to eat. The nutrition was very concerned about my food diary. I wrote down because it wasn't enough food. Well, if you would have ate food that's more dense in nutrition, like meat, cheese, butter, and eggs, you wouldn't have to eat that much. Compared to the vegan diet, you have to friggin' basically bust your stomach all day long. Look, look. Being sick after 5 years vegans is a suspicious comment. He must work for the meat industry. Many vegans never get serious ill, and certainly not always. Many vegans never get serious ill. Just 84% of them after 1 year. After 5 years, it becomes even worse. But your shelf life being a vegan is 5 years. Before the doctor, they probably end up putting you in a fucking hospital. Look, look. Yes, I was very doubtful on Hanukkah because I know countless people I follow on Instagram showing their bodybuilding status, being fit and vegan years and feeling amazing. I had to give myself B12 shots for the rest of my life a couple of times a week, so that helps solve the pernicious anemia. And taking iron daily. But yeah, it all sounds weird to me how someone could say that I know a complete protein is something paired with carbs, like hummus and pita or a peanut butter sandwich. I could and will never eat meat again. I could and will never eat meat again. I've thought about eggs from a French chickens, but eggs make me sick and they just gross me anyway to eat them. But I know eggs won't cure me, haha. I'm 5'6" and 130 pounds, considered very small, but don't lose or gain weight, which is nice, I guess. Would like to lose a few pounds and tone up my belly. It's solved. All her problems are solved. Go to the vegan forum and listen to the experts. Not one of them is a nutritionist. She goes to Instagram and follows these vegan bodybuilders who say they feel great. Miss, who's to say these people aren't bullshitting you just to get money? Who's to say these guys aren't cheating on the diet? They've been caught. Lots of them been caught. Look at Ruana eating fish, caught eating fish. No, these people aren't healthy. They're lying to you. If you're getting sick, 84% of the people are sick. How are they building their muscle? They would have to eat friggin' a batch of protein to bust their stomach every day to get enough calories. They would have to they're cheating. They're using drug enhancement. Yeah, well, why don't you go to the Neuropath, the naturopath? Look, look, he may be a very nice man, but the naturopath is not qualified to make diagnoses unless he's also an MD. But here they are, the same vegans who just said that, diagnosing this lady on the vegan forum. Look, I'm dubious about you needing B12 shots for the rest of your life. Well, how do you think she's going to get a B12 if she doesn't she doesn't eat meat? Where there's no source of B12 in plants whatsoever. What are you talking about, genius? Listen to just read this. Read this forum, this toxic forum. Could it quite possibly be that the oxalates in her green diet are actually turning off her autoimmune system and causing her lots of problems? Could it be the phytic acid, maybe? Look, I am sick. Iron deficiency. This is the vegan forum. This is it. Look, the vegan forum. I'm not lying. This is what they go to every day. This is what they talk about. And in the same forum, the same people will come out and tell you the diet is 100% healthy for all stages of life. And meanwhile, amongst themselves, help me, I'm sick. To put it bluntly, vegans are full of shit. It's an ideology that people follow to get a sense of belonging, to feel accepted, to feel like they're doing something positive. And the truth is, They're not doing anything positive if you're guiding people into getting sick. And then you attack people who experienced getting sick on veganism, the ex-vegans, the vegan haters, never mind the proper name for them is Veganism's victims, which is 84% of the people who try veganism. Nah, let's not show them any respect. Let's call them names. Let's threaten them. Let's tell them to shut up and start putting up videos. You're not doing that shit to me. I don't care who you are. If you don't like my videos, you can go over somebody else's channel, because I don't give a fuck. Your vegan ass is not fucking intimidating me. You better realize who you're talking to before you open up your mouth. And a matter of fact, I think people like Alicia Rose should sue people like Dances with Cats for giving these friggin' false-ass diagnoses and telling people not to go to a doctor because they don't follow his ideology, or a nutritionist that can actually help you, who's trying to help you. So you could read this right here. Vegans, you're all full of shit. You know it, and it shows. And on that note, I'm out of here. Don't listen to these fucking liars. They're liars. They're imbeciles.